Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me. Today I've got a couple of things to talk about, mostly what I've been doing in the last week and what I've been experiencing, what I'm thinking and feeling. This is part of my journey. My journey has taken me into a season of challenge. Yes, not having a lot of money, not having sort of income is a challenge, and honestly it's causing me a lot of fear and panic, to be honest with you. But on top of that, and not on top of that, more like deeper than that, is the underlying mindsets and thought processes behind money and why I need it, why I work for it, work, why it's important, life, what am I supposed to be doing, and I really feel that God has been addressing a lot of things, a lot of lies that I've been believing, and a lot of things that have been in my heart for a long time that I really honestly hadn't dealt with. And it's all coming out now solely because it's being brought to the surface by all the stress and strain of needing money and not having a job, trying to get an art business started, trying to get myself out there, trying to set myself up a schedule, because I quit my job, so I have a lot of unstructured time, and I kind of struggle with that sometimes. I've been given some really great gifts, some really wonderful supplies, and I wanted to address that and say thank you real quick. So let's get started. First up, I want to say thank you so much, so much to Denver and Veronica. You guys know who you are. You're subscribers to this channel. You have been subscribers to me as a person for a lot longer than that, though. I met you down in Texas when I used to live there, used to work there, and y'all have just been a huge advocate for me, big support to me and my aspirations and dreams. When I was trying to do music, you were really supportive of me in doing that, and I really appreciated that. And then now, as I've shifted my focus to art and painting, you're also supporting me there. And Denver and Veronica are the people that have given me not only the camera that I'm filming this with right now, but the ring light that's behind it, and access to some more information. They gave me access to a Skillshare account so I can learn how to properly edit and do things, a lot of other things. They've given me, like I said, this camera, a ring light, some other equipment, and man, y'all are just, I'm so blessed by you, and I'm so grateful, so thankful to you for what you've given me. I now have decently good camera quality because this is a GoPro 8 Black. Yes, Hero 8 Black, I believe. And it's surprisingly really good quality for being such a small camera, and it's just an action camera, and most GoPro videos I see are kind of blurry, but this is so clear, it's picking up all of my facial imperfections and making me kind of unconscious, self-conscious. But I am so grateful for you giving me that. I'll definitely be using this for shooting my videos in the future, and it is going to be a great asset to me. So I just wanted to say thank you publicly in my YouTube video. Okay, on to what has been going on in my life. This is kind of a life update video. I don't have much to do, much to talk about, much to show, because there's been some things that have been taking up most of my thought process in my mind for the last week and a half. Been really struggling with a lot of thoughts and feelings and fears, and I wanted to talk about them here because, I mean, yes, YouTube is kind of like therapy. I can talk about stuff, I can talk stuff out, but also just update you guys with what's going on. I haven't really been painting much. I haven't really been drawing much. I finished the one painting, Untitled, I believe is what I called it, and that was probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now. And this whole week, honestly, has been just filled with fear and panic attacks and wrestling through how do I react to different things, recognizing my own personal flaws. For example, I struggle with unstructured time, and that's all I have right now is unstructured time. And when I have a lot of unstructured time, I struggle with not having enough structure for myself. I struggle to build myself a structure, which means I just do whatever I feel like doing. The philosophical term is called the first order desire. I believe the biblical term would be the fleshly desires, but for any of you just normal people, basically things that I want to do that make me feel good, but aren't actually helpful and aren't actually productive and aren't actually beneficial. And by that I'm talking about watching YouTube videos late into the night. I'm talking about playing games on my phone or my iPad or the Xbox for hours at a time and just sleeping in, not doing much. I have been going to the gym regularly. That is the one thing that is structured in my life that I really appreciate, and it's kind of been an anchor for me. It's something that I can always do. Something I can always do and say, hey, I went to the gym today, and that felt good. You know, I love fitness. I love working out. Yeah, so struggling with unstructured time and struggling with being productive on top of that. And when I fail in that area, or when I spend like hours at a time wasting my time doing useless nothings, I then feel bad about it, and nobody wants to feel bad, and I struggle. I try to do some productive things for some time, and then I just get tired of it. I'm exhausted, and after I do finally do some good productive stuff, I'm like, okay, great, I can rest, I can relax, and then I don't want to feel bad about what I did before, and so then I go do something that makes me feel good. But those things that make me feel good are the things I was doing before, and so then I just do more of them, and the cycle continues, and that cycle has been brutal this week, really brutal. It all kind of came to a head. Was that last Thursday? I don't even remember. All of the days are kind of running together. But basically, I stayed up till 4 a.m. playing some games on my iPad. I practically pulled an all-nighter. My roommate, who goes to work at Chick-fil-A at like 4:30 in the morning, he was waking up. I heard him waking up, and I had not yet gone to bed. And for the night owls, that's probably pretty normal. For me, I struggle to sleep past like 9 or 10 a.m. Once the sun comes up, I'm like gonna wake up, regardless of if I'm tired or not. I'm not really a night person. I'm really more of a morning person. I do better work in the morning, but I haven't been disciplined about it, and I was panicking that whole day and just losing my mind, feeling terrible about myself, screaming at myself like, what is wrong with you? And after I talked to my therapist about it that day, I called her. I was talking to some of my guy friends as well, trying to figure out what I need to do. And my therapist helped me realize that it kind of comes down to where I place my value in myself. Do I value myself as an individual? Do I value myself as an inherently important person? Or do I value myself based off of what I do with my time? And I've been learning in the last week or 3 that I personally, this is how I was trained, this is how I grew up, this is what I'm used to believing, this is what I'm used to thinking. I am not a valuable person if I'm not doing something. And even if I am doing something, I am only valuable if I'm doing things that help that helped me get to where I want to be. And so taking a break from any of that, or like stepping away, or even like failing to reach that point, to me it feels like failure. And to me it feels like I'm a loser and I'm lazy and and I am worthless. And so I've been fighting with all these feelings and thoughts, and I know it's not true, but it feels true. And I'm also, another aspect of that is that I'm trying to retrain my mind to not believe those lies anymore, and actually believe that I am inherently valuable. I am God's child, and He deeply loves me and cares for me no matter what I do. And because of His love for me, I am important and I am valuable, regardless of what I do. And struggling to get that from my head knowledge into my heart and my feelings has really been a big part of the last couple of weeks of my life. And what I've realized is that I've been a huge bully to myself. And some of you might be able to relate to this. I am the biggest bully in my entire life. I was homeschooled, and I never really had any bullies at school, because I was homeschooled. I didn't really grow up with many bullies, but what I'm realizing is that I am the biggest bully to myself. And I talk to myself and I treat myself in ways that if I treated anybody else, any of you people, like that, you wouldn't want to be friends with me. Now I don't, because I treat other people nicely. I'm a decently friendly guy, I assume. But I treat myself really poorly, especially when I make mistakes or I do something that the conscious mind doesn't like. So I've just been really, really convicted of that, and realizing this is not sustainable. I can't keep this up, man. Something's got to change. This is not the life that I meant to live. So, a couple of updates. I have put in an application to a local coffee shop. I don't know if they'll take me. I don't even know if they'll ask for an interview. But I told myself, look, if you can't structure your own time and stay disciplined to it, then the consequence of that is gonna be you need to start putting out applications. And I broke that pact with myself, and so I'm trying to maintain the consequence. The consequence being putting an application to another job. I'm not quitting being an artist. I am an artist. But I need to feel the consequences of my actions. I need to feel the responsibility that I have to keep working. And the way I see it is, if I'm not going to be working on my art, I may as well be working somewhere instead of just sitting around eating food. I also have a couple of other plans and thoughts about how to make money on the side hustles. This job that I applied to be part-time, so it wouldn't be something that I rely on per se, but it would be something that would supplement and help a little bit. Instead of having $5 in my bank account, I could have maybe 50. The other things I'm trying to do to supplement income, since I'm not selling paintings as quickly as I would like to, there's a couple of internet side hustles. One being paid surveys. I have signed up for some paid surveys, and I know you can take surveys, and after giving these companies your data, they will, eventually, after enough of these surveys taken, they'll pay you some money. It's not sustainable, but it's something. I did sign up for a Fiverr account, and I've thought about using some of the electronic equipment that I have here to be a voice actor, try to be a narrator for videos or so. I haven't fully set that up yet, but once I get on Fiverr, I can start I can start advertising myself as not only just an artist, but also a vocal artist, recording my voice to do things. I could potentially get paid that way. Another option that I've been pursuing has been affiliate marketing. I've heard about affiliate marketing for a couple of years now, and I know that if you play your cards right and you line it up correctly, it's not passive income, but it is work that pays a lot for a very little amount of work. And so I've signed up for some affiliate links, and I'll probably be advertising those on YouTube here at some point. And then the way that works is that I would advertise a product. I'd be like, hey, I'm using this paint, or I'm using this paintbrush, or I'm using these pencils, or I'm using this paper or this canvas, and I love it, and it's by this company, and if you want to buy it yourself, then you can buy it from this link, and if you use that link specifically, then I would get a part of that purchase. I would get some of that money. That's how affiliate marketing generally loosely works. And so I've signed up for several of those, and I haven't really completed any of those processes, but they are plans in progress. Just things I can do to bring in small amounts of income so that I'm not struggling to pay rent at the end of the month. And ultimately we'll see what God blesses. I firmly believe that He is doing things on earth, and He wants me to be involved with that. And he would love for me to work with Him on earth and the things that He's doing. That's what Jesus did. He said that His work on earth is to do what His Father is doing. He didn't do anything except what He saw His Father God doing. And I want to live like that model of Jesus. And that involves looking to God to see what God is doing and then getting involved there. And here's the crux of it. I firmly believe that God funds what He is doing. I mean, He has all of the resources in this world. He has access to all of it. He is God, and He will fund what He is doing. And it's not that I'm on a treasure hunt or anything to find out what God's doing. I mean, God is usually pretty apparent about what He's doing. I just tend to look the other way. He's not hiding anything from us. He's not tricking me. He's just doing things, and I may or may not see it. So I trust that as I follow Him and as I look to Him for guidance to see what He is doing, and I follow Him in that, I trust that He'll provide for that. I mean, He's promised that He'll do that. He promises in His Word that He'll do that. And that's the final point of what I've been going through this last week or two, and that is, how real are God's promises in my life? How physically real are these things? Is it true that He will actually give me all that I need if I seek first His kingdom? Is it really real, or is it all just concept? And so I'm not trying to test God in this. I'm trying to test myself, honestly, and test to see if I truly believe this. Like, do I believe that this stuff is real, or is it just concept? Because the Bible says it's real. And if I believe that the Bible is real, then the Bible says that these promises of God, that He'll care for me, that those who believe in Him will not be put to shame, that He will give good gifts to His children, that He will take care of those working in His fields. How real am I willing to let that be? And that's the question I've been fighting with, because there's a huge part of me that says he's not going to. Yeah, you can believe in Him conceptually, in your mind, like, yeah, he's a thought, he's an idea, he's a concept, but he's not actually real, he's not actually on earth, and he doesn't actually want to give you anything. You have to go out and get anything that you want. If you want something, you have to work hard and get it yourself. Work from the ground up and believe in yourself. It's a very American idea, very modern idea, but it's not what I see in the Bible. And I personally want to live by the Bible. And what I see in the Bible is God being a kind and loving and generous God to his followers. And also to people who are not his followers. Honestly, I mean, he does give blessings and good things to people who don't believe in him. But this is the crux of my life right now, is how real am I willing to let God be in my life? And it's been tough. But I'm working through it. I'm getting through it. And I'm learning a lot about God, about myself. And I really believe that he's shaping me into somebody bigger and better, stronger, somebody more capable and more willing to trust him with bigger and better things. And so all I want to do with this is just be faithful with what I have. I don't have much. I have 2 canvases left. I'm running out of white paint. I don't have a whole lot. But I want to be faithful with what I have. So if you listened all this way, thank you. I appreciate it. Nobody else does. They're going to get about 7 minutes in, and they're going to get bored. But that's okay. So thank you. I appreciate it. And I bet you your name is probably Ciara. So thank you, Ciara, for watching this whole time. And anybody else who's not my girlfriend, who's also watched this long. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. I really appreciate it. I'm just trying to be open and honest and transparent and show what I'm going through. So thanks. Have a great day.